Alright, back with another YouTube video. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205, TNA. What? Yeah, TNA, that's right. So, Raw started with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle talking about Brock Lesnar's not here again. And then Roman comes out, says he's tired of being disrespected by Vince. And then Vince and Roman talk backstage. Vince suspends Roman for a week, just a storyline. He'll be back. Then we get Sasha versus Sonya Deville, aka Daria Baronato from Tough Enough. Sasha wins it furthers the storyline between Bayley and Sasha, because after Sasha wins, Bayley walks to the back, and then Sasha gets beaten up by Absolution, and nobody comes out to make the save because Bayley had already walked to the back. So, yeah. Then we get Kid Rock is going to be in the Hall of Fame. The announcement that Kid Rock's going to be in the Hall of Fame, the celebrity wing, and he's been with WWE for over 20 years or so makes sense. Then we get a Miz TV segment with Finn and Seth, furthering the storyline with them going into the IC title match at WrestleMania, which I hope Finn or Seth win, but I feel like Miz is going to win just to give him that longest reigning thing, or the person with the most consecutive days with the championship, not the longest reigning. And then we get the Miz to Raw. Well, we get all the tag teams come out and beat up Sheamus and Cesaro. And basically we're going to get a tag team battle royal tonight. And the winner of that becomes number one contenders for the tag titles. So then John Cena comes out talking about WrestleMania, challenges The Undertaker. So we're going to get John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Undertaker doesn't need to wrestle again, but it is what it is. It's John Cena versus The Undertaker. This match isn't going to be about the wrestling. It's going to be about the characters. We get Elias basically saying how he's going to sing another song. He sings. He leaves. Yada yada. And we get Seth versus Finn. And Finn wins with a roll-up because Seth was going for his patented superplex Falcon Arrow combo, and Finn rolls him up. So that was nice. Then we get the announcement of the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal, which Moolah is controversial as hell. It's out there. I don't really need to go into it, but it's out there. So, just telling you this now. That Battle Royal got changed to Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal. So it's still there, and it'll be on the pre-show, I'm sure. Just like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal will, which is stupid because if they want to honor Andre, why put him on the pre-show? Or put something honoring him on the pre-show? It's stupid, but whatever. Then we get Asuka come out talking about how she's going to fight Charlotte at WrestleMania. And then Alexa Bliss and Mickey come out. And we get a match between Mickey and Mickey and Asuka. And Asuka wins, of course, because she's not losing her streak until after WrestleMania. She's going to beat Charlotte. Just saying that now. Early WrestleMania predictions, even though I'm not doing those for another week or so. Asuka's going to beat Charlotte. Further in the storyline between Asuka and Nia Jax. Not Asuka and Nia Jax. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. We get Alexa and Mickey talking backstage on the Titantron, saying how Nia's fat she got picked last, blah blah blah. And then Nia's like mad and throwing stuff around when she gets backstage because Alexa and Mickey have already left the arena. So we get Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, shots of the Hardy compound, introducing every character except for Jeff Hardy, which, like, Jeff's gonna be in the match regardless, so it doesn't really matter. You don't need to introduce Jeff because we already know who Jeff is. And we get the tag title battle royal. Braun Strowman wins. So Braun's number one contender for the tag titles. Will they find a partner? Will it be a 1-on-2? I don't know because, as the rumors have said, Vince McMahon has not decided yet. So we will know when Vince knows. Whenever Vince figures out what he wants to do, that's when we're going to know. So then we get onto SmackDown. And SmackDown was meh. It was alright. So first thing on SmackDown, AJ comes out and says how he's still the champion, which we all knew because he came out there with the championship. And then we get Rusev versus AJ Styles. AJ wins. AJ wins by DQ because Aiden English interferes. Then Shinsuke helps out AJ, and we get a backstage segment. AJ's like, "Oh, I didn't need your help." Shinsuke's like, "I'm gonna help you all the way up until WrestleMania when I take your championship with a knee to the face." And then we get Bludgeon Brothers, basically a recap of what they did, and then we get Bludgeon Brothers versus Jimmy Uso and Big E. Bludgeon Brothers win, and basically they continue their undefeated streak because they're also undefeated. We get Asuka coming out saying how she's gonna fight Charlotte for the title. Charlotte's out there saying how who's gonna bow down to who. Is the Empress gonna bow down to the Queen, or the Queen gonna bow down to the Empress? Asuka says she bow down to no one, and she ends the segment with "Nobody is ready for Asuka." And then Randy comes out, and Randy cuts a promo talking about how, he's first time ever being U.S. champions, cutting a promo as the U.S. champion. We get Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal, and Jinder Mahal wins. Then backstage, Renee Young, Sammy's doing an interview. Basically says blame Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens for him losing the title match, And then Naomi versus Carmella. Carmella wins. So I guess it's nice to see the Money in the Bank winner get wins. Like, it doesn't really matter. If they lose the briefcase, then there goes your push. Shane comes out, announces Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for WrestleMania. Then Kevin and Sami beat up Shane, and Daniel Bryan's going to be back next week. And Shane McMahon also steps down as commissioner. So that's interesting. See where that goes. So we get 205 Live. Oh, Mixed Match Challenge. Who won? Charlotte and Bobby Roode? Or was that last week? I don't remember. Anyway, Mixed Match Challenge. No, god dang it. 205 Live. Roderick Strong versus Cedric Alexander. Best match of the week. Probably, yeah, best match of the week by far. Cedric wins, so he's going to WrestleMania. Then we get, well, the other matches on the show. Hideo and Akira versus Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado. Hideo, Tommy, and Akira Tozawa, of course. So, following the... So, wait, who won? Hideo and... Oh, yeah. Hideo and Tozawa won. And then, following the win, we basically, like, set up a match between Kalisto and Hideo. Because, Hideo's mad at freaking... he's getting all up in the face of Tozawa, or whatever. Not Tozawa. He's getting in the face of Grand Metalik and whatever, like trying to beat him up somewhere or whatever. So yeah. Then we get Jack Gallagher versus Jobber. Jack Gallagher wins because nobody really loses to jobbers. I mean, AJ Styles did, but yeah, that was because of Dean Ambrose. Anyway. So, NXT. What was the first match that happened? What was the first match? I don't know. You know what? I'll just go off what I remember. NXT, Andrade and Cien Almas were supposed to do a contract signing, but it wasn't Andrade that came out. It was Selena Vega, which is Sarita from TNA. Not Sarita. Rosita from TNA. Where is she, Sarita? Where's she, Sarita? I don't know. Anyway, she's from TNA. Thea Trinidad. Y'all know. So Aleister Black sends the contract and basically says, "Oh, let me sit down so I can be at your level." Basically a short joke. And then Zelina signs the contract on behalf of Andrade. And then Candice comes out, attacks Zelina. And that's that wasn't the end of NXT, because the end of NXT was Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole, baby. Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole. This was a good match. Pete Dunne wins, and then Undisputed Era beat up Pete Dunne, and then Roderick Strong comes out to make the save. So Roddy and Pete Dunne are gonna be a tag team. I don't know if they're in the Dusty Rose Classic or not, because I know Tyler Bate is unable to compete. So there's that. Oh, and Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler fought each other. They didn't do a match or nothing, but they just fought each other. So it's basically Dakota Kai versus Lacey Evans. Dakota Kai wins. Shayna comes out, terrifies Dakota Kai. Ember Moon comes out, beats her up. They get on the ropes. Dakota Kai does her kick to Shayna, and then Ember Moon does her Eclipse to Shayna. So that's how that ended, with Ember Moon standing tall over Shayna. And before the fight happened, Ember Moon said that they're going to fight for the NXT Women's Championship at the next TakeOver, which is the day before WrestleMania. So, basically the things that happened in TNA, in no specific order because I don't remember what happened first. Rosemary versus Taya ended in a no contest. Taya hits her finisher on Rosemary on the stage. Austin Aries and Alberto interview segment. Alberto basically tries to feed Austin Aries steak, even though he's vegan. And that was the gist of it. And then they didn't say that they were going to fight each other, but we got later announced in the show, oh, look at, they're fighting each other. Or they're going to fight each other next week. Sami Callihan versus Fallah Bahh. Sami Callihan wins and tries to injures Fallah Bahh the way he injured Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards comes out to make the save. Matt Seidel reveals his spirit guide, which is Josh Matthews, and he's a double champion. So Matt Seidel gives the grand championship to Josh Matthews. So now Josh Matthews is a champion in Impact Wrestling. Then Father James Mitchell comes back and it introduces Abyss, or brings out Abyss. So Abyss is back, and he's gonna fight Congo Kong in a Monsters Ball match, which Abyss will probably lose, and Congo Kong will probably win. So Feast or Fired match. The 4 case winners: EC3, Eli Drake, P.D. Williams, and Moose. And I already know EC3's in NXT already, so EC3 got the fired briefcase, but I don't know what the other 3 briefcases, who got those. And that's everything. That's Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live. So, I'm gonna title this video WWE/TNA Talk, because I did talk about TNA. So, there you go. Alright, so see you next week. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.